welcome to Populace, and this time we are here with another super interesting deck profile. This is Davide Abbati top 8 cut at the VIP edition of the Populace Cup.
And now a quick shout out to our sponsors. The first one being GRAAD, the best grading company in Europe, which offers grading services for all languages and TCG. The second one, EXTIMATE-CARDS, is one of our top Italian sellers on the market, which shop is in Albenga, where you can eat and play with your mates every single day. Then, SCROLLANDLOCK Gaming, the safest place where you can play online tournaments for money, cards, custom products, and whatever you might need. Last but not least, we have Playmat per Tutti. They produce amazing custom playmats that may have your own custom images. All sponsor links are in the description down below.
As you can see, it's Virtual World, which is a really fun strategy, and obviously with the ban list got a pretty good boost. You'll see that in a minute. We can start off strong with the deck breakdown and with the most iconic and best card in the deck, which is basically, or the second best card in the deck, I think, which is obviously Lulu. 3 copies of it. As you can see, the ratio is pretty standard, apart from a couple of choices that I didn't quite get. Obviously, this is a couple of weeks old deck profile, which doesn't include the punk package inside the main deck. Punk package basically allows to combo through Alki Fabrics and end up with a free negation basically. So and main deck goes from 40 to 50 cards, but this is a pure Virtual World version. The monster ratio is pretty standard with 3 Lulu, 3 Lily, 3 GG, 1 Tutu, 3 Lao Lao, and 1 Nian. I don't get the 1 Tutu because I think it's on the weaker side of the monster lineup, and the 1 Nian because I think 2 of them is the best, but he decided to put 1 and 1 because he thought maybe it was better for his strategy, and anyways he got top 8, so he did get a good spot inside the rankings, and that runs off the main Virtual World package. It's pretty standard, it's pretty cool. You don't see spicy text or spicy choices that they're added to the main deck. Next, obviously, the spells are pretty standard as well. Free CT and free Chin Long. And this is the card I was talking about before. The ban list allowed us players to have back emergency teleport at 3 again. So obviously, Virtual World is the most powerful strategy that includes psychic monsters inside. So teleport is a big consistency boost for the strategy, especially because this deck is pretty brickish sometimes, so it can be really good to have that extra the extra flexibility to pop off, combo off, and then start to do your own thing. At 3 obviously is mandatory because it's the second best card, even though or the best card in the deck, second just to Lulu, I think. Next we have Prosperity, obviously 3 copies because sometimes Virtual World needs a specific card to combo off and to start strong. To try to put up a board and try to finish the turn with a strong on a high note. I mean, and sometimes, as I said, this deck is a little bit the hand could be really cloggy, the deck can be brickish, so sometimes even banishing 3 monsters is not that big of a deal, and that may allow the player to unbreak the hand or trying to get the one piece that they need. And obviously we round off the main package of the deck, which is obviously Virtual World and Consistency package, with the standard 2 TUTTI and 1 Shenwu, which are pretty standard and nothing to say about them. Moving on to the going second cards / hand traps, we can see a pretty spicy choice, which is 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. I would have put at least 2 of them because you can obviously summon it from emergency teleport because it's psychic monster. But in this particular stage of the meta, where Brave Token is basically a staple in almost every deck, I think preventing the opponent to get a free Omni Negate is so important. So I think you need to have at least 2 or 3 in your main deck, so you can negate the continuous spell and remove a negation, a free negation from the opponent. Obviously, worst case scenario, you go second and you need to break the board. 3 droplets, which are obviously pretty nice. I don't need to explain further what droplets do. Plus, Ash Blossom, and the Gamma package in 3 Gammas and 1 Dragon. So I think pretty standard, and the amount of hand traps is there. It's pretty consistent, I would say. Obviously, this is it for the main deck. Is playing 40, which is the right choice. Obviously, yeah, you gotta love to see it. And the main deck is pretty standard. Moving on to the extra deck, we see an interesting choice in form of Dragoon. Can be made with Zolkin and the Madima Dragon, and that's fine. That's good, because I think a lot of decks have a hard time dealing with Dragoon right now, because they need a specific out, and not all of them are running it. So Dragoon could be a really game-changing card in this scenarios. Plus, obviously, the mandatory cards that Virtual World needs to play in order to combo off, which are obviously Coral Dragon, Crystal Wing, as I already said, Madima Dragon, the Crocodile, the Stardust Chart Warrior, I'm sorry, the Zolkin, and the Vermilion. Plus we have obviously the Shen Shen, which is a really good card because it's a pretty powerful floodgate. Next, Juju, and that rounds off the Synchro Monsters. For the XYZs, you can see one Beatrice, which is pretty nice because you can dump 1 card from the main deck to the graveyard during either turn, and it's good to complete the complete combo. Castella Ptolemy, the 1 Zeus, the Gaia Dragon, and the Fan. That's pretty standard. Nothing so spicy. We can see a really interesting choice in the side deck. Obviously, we'll start off with the obvious ones. Lancia, Nibiru, it's debatable, because I think with the Brave Token, most of the decks are able to put up a negation within the 5th summon, so Nibiru is kind of dead at that point. So I would have put inside Lava Golem or a Kaiju just to deal with Phoenix Enforcer or problematic card like that. The 1 token collector, that obviously can be dumped by Beatrice. The Banshee, obviously dumped by Beatrice as well. That obviously works with Zombie World. Next, some back row 8, which is Cosmic Cyclone, 3 copies, and the 3 skill drains, because obviously it's a really powerful floodgate and could really be game winning in some sort of situations. So this is it for the Virtual World deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this is a viable strategy going into the format, especially with the new Punk package that obviously can be added to the main deck and gives even more explosiveness, I'm sorry, to the strategy. And shout out to Davide that happened to get a good spot at the tournament, top 8. And this is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, go check our links that are in the description down below. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, activate the notification bell, and we see you next time.